Hey guys, I'm just going to kind of do this on the fly today, but I want to talk about some breaking news on the frontier of Alzheimer's. And unfortunately, we're just talking about Alzheimer's disease today. I do like to talk about everything dementia, but today, this particular thing is all about Alzheimer's disease in particular. So, first, I want to say welcome back to any of you who are returning to the channel. I absolutely adore having you come and spend time with me. Leave me a comment. You know what? Let me know how many videos you've seen of mine, or that you think you've seen, or how long you've been following me for. Because I've been on YouTube now for, year and a half. And it's been really fun. But today I've got really some exciting stuff for you. If you're brand new to the Answers About Alzheimer's channel, we talk about everything dementia here, answer your questions. We get down and dirty. Nothing is off limits. You're safe here. You can tell me anything you want, because we know the pressure's on. We know that you have literally no time for yourself. We also know that you probably feel guilty for wanting time for yourself, and you shouldn't. You should have time for yourself. You may have given up your job and your own family time to take care of a loved one or a spouse, or maybe you're working in the industry and you're just struggling because unfortunately you're not getting the training that you should be getting at your job. So I'm glad you're here. Let me know if you're returning or if you're brand new today. And if you are new, make sure you hit the subscribe button. It's that big red button, looks just like this down below. All that means is that when I post new content, you'll get a little, it'll come up in your feed, I guess, and hit the notification bell. I don't know what that thing does, but they tell me I should tell you to hit it. So please hit the notification bell. So my name is Debra. I've been teaching this for almost 2 decades now, and I just love it. I love helping you guys. I cannot believe the TikTok channel has just exploded. So if you YouTubers want to help me out, hit that subscribe button, because TikTok, hate to tell you, kicking your ass like fast. Instagram too. Crazy. Who knew? But today, in particular, we're going to talk about new groundbreaking research that is happening. And of course, you know, being in the United States, it's probably going to be a long time before it's available to everyone out there, but it's really worth talking about. We have to talk about new strides, new frontiers, new research, new things that are coming up. And I try to keep on top of this stuff for you guys. But real quick, before I get into that, I have some news, and it's pretty damn exciting. So most of you know that I have an amazing course that will change your life. But that course is actually now available online, and it's broken up into master modules. So if the whole course is too much for you to bite off and chew, which it really is, it's only 4 days long, 1 day a week for 4 weeks, 5-6 hours a day. So it's not crazy, or it's not like months and months and months or anything like that. But if you are very time constraint, or maybe there's a couple of particular really hard things you're dealing with and you don't want a whole course, you want to narrow in on something like hallucinations or sundowning or bathing, you can go to those master modules and just do 1, 2, whatever you want. So they're at answersaboutalz.org. Just go to one of those top tabs. I think it says online courses. Yeah, you won't be disappointed. I guarantee that you'll get the results that you need from them. It's phenomenal. So please check that out. And I'd love to hear your feedback, but they're finally up. So excited, so excited. And the next step, hopefully within the next week or so, the entire course The entire course is going to be online so that you can do it at your own pace. But then you don't have the one-on-one time with me. Ta-da! But anyway, all right. So I want to get to this breaking news because this is crazy. So I think it was last week. I was working late and I ran to get something to drink, and I heard on the TV something about Alzheimer's. So I ran in the other room and I caught it just in the nick of time. And this is the piece that 60 Minutes did. So you can look it up and you can get the whole piece. It's on YouTube. I've looked it up. I've rewatched it a few times. There's this Dr. Razai, and apparently he's a neurosurgeon. And what he said was he's doing brain surgery without cutting. Brilliant, right? Oh my God, who the hell wants their brain cut open? But anyway, this Dr. Razai, he is down in, I believe it's Virginia, at the Rockefeller, I think it's West Virginia University. Don't quote me on that. It's easily enough to look up. But Dr. Razai is a neuroscientist, a surgeon, and he, quite a while ago, I think it was about 10 years ago, started with like Parkinson's patients. And he made this helmet that produces ultrasound waves that can pinpoint, parts of the brain. And he was actually able to get rid of people's tremors in Parkinson's disease. Now, this particular show, they talked about Parkinson's, Alzheimer's disease, and drug addiction in the brain. I mean, really, really cool. And I'm not going to get in the drug addiction part because I'm really more interested in the Alzheimer's piece. But what this does is it's like a half helmet halo thing. It had all these little squares in it. It was really cool. And then they put you in what looked like an MRI machine. I don't actually know if they said what type of a machine it was, but it looked like an MRI machine. And they put this helmet on you, and of course they have to stabilize your head so that you can't move at all. And there's like a bite guard and everything. And this procedure takes a few hours. But in a sense, what happens here is, and he's only done a handful of these, so there's not a lot, but the results were astonishing. So first, I want to tell you a little bit about the blood vessels in the brain are different than the blood vessels in the rest of your body. So the blood vessels in your brain they're more protective, right? So your blood vessels throughout your body, that's how your nutrients, oxygen, waste in and out is regulated throughout your body, and your circulatory system is what feeds your body, and it takes out the waste, right? So your normal blood vessels throughout your body, they are able to let things escape and come in, right? It comes in and out of your blood vessels and it carries everything throughout your body. But the blood vessels in your brain are different because your brain is so super sensitive to chemicals, minerals. So the brain has to be protected from a lot of outside stuff. Yeah, you can tell I'm just not super prepared for this one. But anyway, you'll get the point, and that's all that's important. So it's called the blood-brain barrier. And so if you kind of think about, trying to see what I have here that I could maybe use as an example. When you think of the blood vessels as like a tube, right? There's like these little holes in the tube, and that's where vitamins and minerals and oxygen can escape and waste can go in and go through the blood vessel, right? But in the brain, those areas where things can come in and out are much, 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 much closer together. So it protects your brain from most things that can hurt you, right? Or hurt the brain tissue, because it's so delicate, because our brains are awesome. So here's the thing. So there are some drugs, and I don't know who comes up with these names, but there's a couple of drugs. Aducanumab. I'm not saying that right. I can't say that word. I'm not even going to try again. And Leqembi, I think, is the other one. And that's, I think, the generic name. But anyway, there's these couple of drugs that have shown some promise in breaking up the plaque in the brain, which is the gunk that screws up and kills the brain cells and destroys the brain cells. So we then have dementia symptoms, right? So these two drugs have shown some promise. The problem is they have a hard time getting through that blood-brain barrier. So while the drugs work, they can't get in. So it takes way longer because only a little bit of it can get in. So typically, these drugs are taken with an IV. They're given for about 1 to 2 hours, usually 1 or 2 times a month for a year and a half. A year and a half. And all this time, only a little bit of the drug is able to penetrate that blood-brain barrier. So that's the problem. We kind of have the drug, but we can't get it in so it can work. So this is where Dr. Razai comes in, right? He comes in with his really cool helmet. And what he does is he takes this ultrasound and he beams it directly, pinpoint accuracy, right into the brain. And he knows exactly where he's going because he can see on the x-ray machine or the MRI or whatever the hell it is, he can see, like most of you have probably seen images of the brain, the big red ones. That's what we want to get rid of. So he decides what area he's going to go in and kind of clean out. And what he does is he sends this precise beam and then he hits all these different areas, right in one area, hits a whole bunch of them. And what happens is this ultrasound, it creates these bubbles. They start moving and it creates these bubbles. It's so fascinating. I wish I could get him on the phone. I'm trying, by the way, to interview him. But so it starts creating these bubbles and these bubbles go in there. And what it does is it makes that blood-brain barrier, those little openings, it makes them open up bigger. But the beauty of it is, because you don't want to open that up for an extended period of time because then all this other crap gets in there and it damages the brain. So we can't like open it up and leave it like that, right? So he's come up with this genius thing, and he goes in and he stimulates this blood-brain barrier with these bubbles, and it makes them open up so that the drug can get through, and then it shrinks up within 24 to 48 hours. It shrinks back up where it's supposed to be. So what happens is he can go in there and get all these bubbles going with his ultrasound and open up these barriers, and then they can give you the injections of the drug, and the drug goes in there and works, and then the blood-brain barrier closes back up and does what it's supposed to do, protect your brain. So he's taking this year and a half of treatment and shrinking it down. And then when they got the first results back, I mean, anybody could see it. Like a kindergartner could see the difference. Like, it was unbelievable. Like, seriously, I could not believe what I was watching. I could not believe it. Now, the thing is that they're getting about 50% more of this drug in than they would normally with just the IV. And the thing, though, is that Alzheimer's disease is still occurring in the brain. So this isn't like reversing it, right? But what it's doing is breaking up the plaque that is existing. So while the disease is still progressing, but at least they're getting rid of like so much, like, oh my God, it's just unbelievable when you see the scans. It's just crazy. So so these ultrasound energy bubbles are what is going in and opening up that blood brain barrier to allow the medication to come in. So this helmet, I guess, is like $1 million. So of course it's a very expensive treatment, like everything is in the United States. But this is really groundbreaking research. And you have to be really careful, because if you do too much, you'll actually have a brain bleed. So I mean, this has to be precise. It has to be, done by someone who really knows what they're doing. But this is just so exciting. It's completely painless, and it's it's just truly remarkable. And I can't wait for this to be like the norm, and where people can sign up for trials and get to do this. But Dr. Razai, he's brilliant, and the few people who have gone through this treatment, huge success. It's absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. So I would highly recommend that you look it up. Just look, I think I Googled Alzheimer, 60 minutes, Alzheimer's ultrasound blood brain barrier. I don't know what I Googled, but it'll come right up for you. It's very easy to find. Who knows? Maybe you could be a case study. I don't know. But finally, right, getting some kind of clarity, some kind of treatment that is actually going to work, and work quickly. Like, these results they're very quick. So at least it looks like we're finally maybe going in the right direction. So I'm Debra Costu. I'm so glad you're here. Seriously, hit the subscribe button. Shoot me a thumbs up. Tell me what you need. Tell me what I can help you out with. Go to the website. Check out the new master modules. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, you can actually get certified. In a couple weeks, you can actually get certified on the website. I'm trying to think of what else. I'm sure there was something else I wanted to tell you today, but I can't remember. I'm going to go have dinner. Starving. Think I'm going to have some fish with tartar sauce. I love fish. I love sauce. Anybody else out there love sauce? Like condiments? Oh my God. Condiments. Love condiments. I swear there was something else I was going to tell you. I don't know. Subscribe. I'm always supposed to tell you subscribe. Oh, share the channel. Share the channel with your friends. Oh, one more thing. The book. Oh my God. Still kicking ass. I probably shouldn't say that. But listen, if you've gotten my book and you love it, because so many of you are sending me emails and messages and saying, oh my God, I love your book. It's saving my life. It's so easy to read. The techniques work. It's so easy. The scripts are in here. Oh my gosh, it's so great. So I love that you tell me that it's great, and I want you to keep telling me how great it is. But what I would really love is if you would tell Amazon how great it is, because the more reviews that I have about the book, the more they're going to push it out, and the more you and I can help other families. So the more reviews, the more other families will see it, and the more we can help other people. So please go to Amazon, give me a book review. I would really appreciate it. And these other families who desperately need you, they'll appreciate it too. Oh, I know what I should tell you. I have redone some of my free resources in the website, answersabout.alz.org, like the understanding different types of dementia. I've actually made that better. Like, it not only looks better, I added some more information. So if you've already downloaded that, I would recommend you go and get another copy. Activities, there's advanced directives, pain scale, There's the caregiver quiz, the stress quiz. There's so many great things there for you. So, and let your friends know that these free resources are on the website. Okay. And I'm Debra Dementia. I'll see you next time. Together we can.